G'day and thanks for watching the latest episode of our YouTube travel series as we take you on one of Australia's most famous outback drives, the Oodnadatta Track in South Australia. I'm Adam Ford and in this video we'll bring you tips for 10 amazing things to do along the gravel roads between Marree and the opal mining mecca of Coober Pedy. We'll fly high over epic Kati Thanda-Lake Eyre. Splash down in the desert at Coward Springs. Track the ghosts of the old Ghan in Strangways. Try the dish of the day in William Creek. Catch some sunset rays in the breakaways. And much more. But before we roll, take a moment to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more inspiring travel ideas. Alrighty, well here we are on the Oodnadatta Track. Very exciting, I've got to say. We've been looking forward to driving this iconic Aussie outback route for ages. We had to wait a couple of days because the road was closed to four-wheel drives and heavy vehicles. It's reopened, they've had a little bit of rain, but it's actually pretty good, I've got to say. A few corrugations here and there, as you can probably tell. We're not going to do the whole Oodnadatta Track. We're going to travel from Marree to William Creek via Coward Springs, and then we're going to scoot across to Coober Pedy, and we'll bring you a few of the highlights along the way. Our adventure kicks off in Marree, 589 kilometres north of Adelaide. Once the railhead for the Ghan en route to Alice Springs before the rail line was moved further west. The last passenger service departed Marree in 1980, and the rusty remnants of the era cast long shadows over this remote outpost. The characterful Marree Hotel offers cold beer and great meals, and it's also the spot to book a scenic flight over nearby Lake Eyre. Now, this is something I've wanted to do for years, and we're soon airborne and winging our way west over the vast expanse of the SA outback. Our pilot provides commentary throughout the trip, and the blinding brilliance of Lake Eyre soon comes into view. It almost feels like we're flying over the Antarctic. I can't recommend this experience highly enough, and we even get a bird's eye view of the enigmatic Marree man en route back to town. Departing Marree, we hit the Oodnadatta Track towards William Creek, with the ever-present remains of the Ghan rail line by our side. Our first stop is the southern tip of Lake Eyre South, and having seen it from the air, standing right beside this vast system of salt pans is a surreal experience. We're stopping for the night at Coward Springs, but there's time for a short detour to view one of the many other mound springs dotted across this otherwise arid environment. And on arrival at Coward Springs, I head straight for its famous bush spa. Wow. What a way to end our first day on the Oodnadatta Track. Now, I have watched a lot of caravanning videos saying how beautiful the spa is here at Coward Springs, but I don't think I've heard too many of them say just how magnificent the campground itself is. Absolutely stunning. Beautiful bushland setting, lovely landscaped sites, great amenities, lots of things to see and do. You can trace the path of the Ghan through the area. That's really interesting. And what can I say? The spa itself, wow. Coward Springs served as one of many sidings for the Ghan. Leave time to explore the campground's on-site museum, which is housed in what was the engine driver's cabin. The informative displays will point you in the direction of other remains from the railway era. We bid Coward Springs a fond farewell and continue along the Oodnadatta Track towards William Creek. Hang a left to check out the long-abandoned Strangways settlement. The atmospheric ruins of this once thriving outpost are testament to the pioneering spirit of those who built both the overland telegraph line and railway. It's a relief to roll into William Creek and leave the dust and corrugations behind, if only for the night. This remote town of just 20 permanent residents has a fantastic campground, complete with glamping tents if you're up for a little pampering. If not, you'll find all the other necessary amenities on offer. Now, I've visited plenty of awesome outback pubs, but the William Creek Hotel possibly takes the cake for character. Every inch of space is covered with memorabilia, and you could spend hours taking it all in. A sign behind the bar catches my eye, and I sign up on the spot. The pub's bistro serves hearty, satisfying meals, and that goat curry packs quite a kick. Well, good morning. We have said farewell to the Oodnadatta Track and we've taken William Creek Road across to Coober Pedy. We're really hoping to do the rest of the Oodnadatta Track at a later date for another video. It's been absolutely fantastic, really enjoyed it. Last night in William Creek was sensational. The William Creek Hotel is great. We spent some time chatting to publican Trevor. He owns the pub, obviously. He's the mayor of the town, I believe. In fact, I think he probably is the town. This morning, we woke up to a bit of a drama. We had our first flat tyre. It's the first one we've had in the caravan ever, and I'm really glad that it happened at William Creek. It was a capped screw in the tyre, so Sam and the guys at the hotel fixed that up for us. I can't speak highly enough of them. Interestingly, Sam was saying that they see most tyre damage after the road's been graded because there's really sharp rocks are hidden just beneath the surface, so worth keeping that in mind if you're driving over a graded road. Anyway, it is on to Coober Pedy, Australia's underground town. It's a 4 or so hour drive from William Creek to Coober Pedy at a relaxed pace, and we finally hit the tar, tired and dusty, but with a real sense of achievement. Coober Pedy is Australia's opal mining capital, and mines dot the landscape like giant molehills. Opals are just one of the town's tourist drawcards. Visitors also come to see Coober Pedy's famous underground cafes, churches and hotels, all of which serve to beat the heat. Make your first stop the Big Winch, which sits on a hilltop in the centre of town and offers sensational views of the surrounding landscape. And now that you've seen it from above, it's time to go below. Umoona Opal Mine and Museum shares the history of Coober Pedy's mining industry and is housed inside an old opal mine, which was first worked in the 1920s. The informative museum displays are free to see, and you can opt to do a guided tour of the mine's maze of tunnels. You'll walk through a traditional dugout home and learn the difference between hand-dug and machine-dug mines. It's a fascinating experience, and you can end your visit with a browse in the gift shop. Now, up on the surface, Coober Pedy has an almost lunar-like feel. It's a very, very arid landscape, and it's not hard to visualise yourself walking on some far-flung alien planet. And in fact, a number of sci-fi films have been filmed here, including, of course, our own Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome with Mel Gibson and Tina Turner. Back in 2000, you had Red Planet with Val Kilmer. And just over my shoulder, you can see a piece of space junk from Pitch Black, also filmed in 2000 with Vin Diesel, and it makes for an epic selfie. We wrap up this video in the Breakaways Conservation Park, a 30-kilometre drive north of Coober Pedy. This is a popular spot at sunset, and it soon becomes clear why. The Gibber Plains and rocky outcrops of red, yellow and orange take on even more vivid hues as the sun sinks slowly to the west. For more ideas for great things to do in outback South Australia, just head to our website.